Hi gardeners. Today we're going to talk about frost damage. And not everything that is damaged, looks like it's damaged by frost, is damaged by frost. Some things are definitely not damaged by frost. Banjo here is not damaged by frost, are you, buddy? No. But there are a couple of things that always look bad after some frost. Here is frost damage to a butternut squash. And you might look at this and go, I'm throwing the whole thing out. Well, I cut it away, and the inside is really good flesh. Now, if it starts having an open rot, yes, that's going to be bad. And as you can see, you've got some open places here, so this would have to be eaten very quickly before the mold would get inside. But as you can see on this cutaway, here's the frost damage, and you can see how deep it goes, maybe 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to cut this side off, and we're going to keep the rest of this and cook it very soon. Like tonight. I think that would be good. So just because the butternut has gone through some surface frost doesn't mean the whole butternut squash. And this is easily 2 pounds right here of good flesh that we don't want to lose. Now some things begin to thrive in frost, and that's going to be our cabbage over here. The cabbage, this is the largest we've had. They're monster. And as you can see, this cabbage is larger than my head. We're starting to get the red cabbage, which is always slower, is starting to hard up. That is maybe a week away. That one is firm, but I can still press into the sides. It needs to feel very, very, very stiff. And we have found one over here that has a little bit of bug damage on it, but this one is ready to go. So I'm going to get a knife and we're going to cut it. When you're harvesting a cabbage, just try to take it off as near the ground level as possible. Now you've got a problem. Some of these monster leaves here get in the way of the actual harvesting process. Just cut them away first. They do great in the compost bin. Brad will love them when we start putting them in there. You can see these are monster leaves. Technically they could be eaten. I hate that word technically, but you could cook them out if you were in a survival situation. But now I'm down to where the plant actually starts. There we go. And this thing has been growing for upwards of 3 months. So this thing is well above average on thickness. And it's pretty tough too. There it goes. Once we start breaking off the large leaves, we get down to where the head is, and we start getting into that curl. Once again, don't fear, quote, throwing out those large leaves or the ones that have been damaged here by bugs, because these will be wonderful in your compost bin. That's going to go 4 pounds easily, and there's only minor frost damage. 4 pounds, and the rest of these are going to get just only larger. So there's our first harvest of that. And now we'll go over to something that always looks bad, especially in the morning, but actually hasn't been damaged at all. This is our golden beet pile, and as you can see, airborne weeds have gone in, and we've got a week or two worth of weeds that we're going to have to clean out. But if you look carefully under these leaves are very nutritious, and we're starting to see the brown of the beets here. Brad, if you could come over from this side, this is a good one. Here you can see the beets are beginning to form even in sub-freezing weather. Beets don't care. And the leaves are a second bonus. You can cook them up or they can go in salads, and they're very nutritious. And then you get the benefit of the golden beet that is sweeter and doesn't stain because it's an orange colored juice, not a red. So just because you've got frost doesn't mean you can't grow things. Cabbage is your friend in the autumn. And right over here, the last thing, all the pickings on those butter crunch lettuce, you can see how long the stalk has grown. And now it's splitting. These are just about done. We've got one more picking, and then we'll clear them out for our next winter favorite, spinach. We have some new spinach growing here. We have these established, and we managed to even get a head of romaine lettuce that's growing. Not bad for the winter, folks. You can still grow your own food. Don't forget to like and share, and tell a couple hundred of your closest friends. Thanks.